Tony clearly saw his opponent slip a card into his sleeve, but he didn't expose it on the spot. Instead, he deliberately lost all his money, because he believed, no matter how clever the cheating, it could never beat his sky-defying luck. As a child, Tony witnessed his father lose his life to gambling. From that moment on, he swore to become the world's greatest gambling king. To achieve that dream, he became a disciple of a legendary gambler. In just 5 years, he surpassed even his master's skills. But after mastering the art of gambling, Tony never used it to chase wealth. Instead, he ended up broke and gravely ill, sleeping on the streets, because he believed in gambling with restraint. That the true win was knowing when not to gamble at all. Just as he hit rock bottom, a kind-hearted woman appeared in his life. Seeing his pitiful state, she not only paid for his medical treatment, but also gave him a job as a waiter in the casino she ran. Grateful beyond words, Tony stayed by her side for 2 years. But one day, the woman urgently gathered all her staff and brought out her life savings, insisting they each take a share, because the world's #1 gambler, Mark, was coming to challenge them. She knew her people weren't skilled enough to face him, and once Mark defeated a casino, he never left survivors, always forcing the business to shut down. Hearing this, everyone refused to take her money, vowing to stand with the casino no matter what. But just then, Tony stepped forward unexpectedly and took 3,000 from the pile, stuffing it into his pocket. The others immediately scolded him, calling him ungrateful, but the woman stopped them, saying everyone has their own path. Meanwhile, Mark arrived at the casino in full swagger, bringing with him 5 million in cash. He arrogantly invited all of the woman's best gamblers to face him together. Hearing that, the strongest gambler in the casino stepped up first. He used a clever technique and drew the most favorable hand for himself, but Mark didn't even flinch. During the cut, he smoothly slipped a card into his sleeve. Only Tony noticed, but he said nothing. Mark then raised the stakes, shaking the confidence of everyone at the table. Even though they had strong hands, Mark's overwhelming presence made them second-guess themselves. With a smug smile, he accurately revealed both of their hands and claimed his was smaller. Still, they didn't dare call his bluff and folded after hesitating for a few seconds. But when they saw Mark's hand, regret hit them like a wave. In the next round, Mark was the dealer. He subtly stacked the deck and dealt himself the best possible hand. Then he pushed all his chips in, saying that if either of the two beat him, they would win it all. The man checked his hand and grew confident again. He'd seen Mark's technique before and deduced that Mark had a AAA. Believing his own hand was bigger, they thought victory was in sight. But once again, they lost. Just as Mark was about to claim the casino, Tony finally prepared to step in.